Family. It looks a little different for everyone. For some, it's mom and dad. For others, roommates who feel like family. And for others, it's your significant other, their golfing buddies, your children, a high school soccer team starting lineup, and oh look, they're all taking you up on the offer to stay for dinner, really testing the limits of that phrase, the more the merrier. But no matter where you call home, Geico makes it easy to bundle and save on home and car insurance. Easier than making 3 frozen pizzas and assorted frozen veggies into a cohesive meal.
Look, some people don't believe in the paranormal, but when you hear some of these stories, you might think twice.
He's yelling and screaming. It's taking me. He's taking me.
What's up, guys? My name's JoJo Wright. I host a podcast called Paranormal-ish.
And as I'm grabbing him, he gets pulled back the other way. It's a tug of war over my child.
Did I mention these are real encounters?
Because they see things on cameras.
Oh, my God. Don't tell me that.
Yeah.
These stories are real. You got to check them out and subscribe. Paranormal-ish on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast.
Kroger app and save from wherever today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. $35 order minimum. Restrictions may apply. Subject to availability.
And now, shop what you love and save $2 on each participating item when you buy 3 or more with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Now back to Dallas Mavericks basketball on 97.1 The Freak. It's time for the post-game show on the Mavericks Radio Network. Mike Peasley has highlights. Hear from Mavs coach Jason Kidd, and we'll take you inside the locker room. But first we go courtside with the voice of your Dallas Mavericks, Chuck Cooperstein.
The Orlando Magic go on a 22-10 run to start the fourth quarter with deep reserves in the game and beat the Mavericks tonight 110-105 in the process, overcoming what was a 21-point deficit in the second quarter. We'll recap the game, run through the box for you after we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
Your home for Dallas Mavericks basketball, KEGL Fort Worth, Dallas.
97.1.
97.1 The Freak.
We say what we want.
Well, when you take this game in toto, the important part, if you're a Maverick fan and if you're Mavericks players and coaches, is that your guys certainly early on looked the part and looked like they were ready to go. Luka Doncic making his preseason debut after sitting it out on Wednesday against Oklahoma City, but of course having played all summer for Slovenia in the World Cup qualifiers and in Eurobasket, and he picked up right where he left off there in the playoffs last year, and certainly how he played over the final 28 games of the season when he averaged over 31 points a game. To help the Mavericks win 52 games. Doncic playing 18 minutes, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, shot 6 of 8 from the floor and 3 of 5 from 3 as the Mavericks led at the quarter 33-15, scored 16 consecutive points to build an 18-point lead that ultimately built to as large as 21 at 44-23 in the second quarter. And that's when Orlando and primarily their reserves were able to go on a big run of their own, a 14-0 run of their own to get themselves back in the game and ultimately get the game tied at 48. So a 25-4 run by Orlando to get the game tied, but then Tim Hardaway 5 straight points, and ultimately the Mavericks with a 5-point lead at halftime, 60-55. The third quarter for the Mavericks really belonged to Christian Wood. He had 9 of his 23 in the fourth quarter. He shot the ball extremely well and has in both games so far. The Mavericks able to take an 84-83 lead going to the fourth, but again with the deep reserves in the game for Orlando in the fourth quarter. Their deep reserves were better than the Mavericks' deep reserves. 22-10 run. The Mavericks shooting just 6 of 19 in the fourth quarter, and Orlando able to take control, shooting 50% on 11 of 22 to grab the lead. Finally at 86-84 on a Bamba three-pointer, and once they grabbed the lead, that was the first shot of the fourth quarter. The Magic just went from there, never gave up the lead, and wind up winning the game 110-105. Let's run through the box for you. The Magic shoot 46%, 39 of 85, 12 of 35 from 3, 34%, 20 of 24 from the line, 83%, and a lot of that coming in the second quarter during the course of the comeback. They got into the penalty with a little over 5 minutes remaining in the first half, and they proceeded to shoot 13 of 15 from the line in the second quarter after they didn't shoot a free throw in the first. That definitely helped them get back in the game. They out-rebound the Mavericks 52 to 35, including 13 offensive rebounds for 16 second-chance points, 22 assists on their 39 made baskets, 18 turnovers. The Mavericks just 10 points off those turnovers. Orlando with 4 in double figures, led by the overall number 1 pick, Paolo Banchero, 19 points, 5 rebounds, a steal and an assist in 21 minutes on 6 of 13, 2 of 4 from 3, and 5 of 6 from the line. And he certainly looked the part of a point power forward. He's built a lot like Luka, but clearly plays differently than Luka. But his ability to handle the ball and create is really going to help this team, which has questions about creation and scoring from their backcourt. 16 points for Terrence Ross, and a lot of that came in the latter stage of the second quarter and in the early part of the third, and a strong game for him after he just had 5 last night in San Antonio. 6 of 8 shooting, 2 of 3 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 16 points, 5 rebounds for Terrence Ross. 13 off the bench from Mo Bamba in 17 minutes with 7 rebounds and 2 blocked shots. And he had started the first 2 games, came off the bench tonight, and so many times it is just a matter of getting with a coach that believes in you. Bamba and Steve Clifford got sideways almost from the get-go and really had a hard time developing, but Jamal Mosley has clearly been able to get to Bamba, and Bamba shot the ball really well in the second half of last year, shot 38% from behind the three-point line. And that was overall for that season, and wound up after the All-Star break averaging nearly 13 points and 9 rebounds a game, and was one of the great shot blockers in the league, 7th in the league in shot blocks a year ago. And Cole Anthony, 12 points tonight, 4 rebounds, 5 assists in 24 and a half minutes on 3 of 8. He was 6 of 6 from the foul line. Those the 4 in double figures for Orlando. Otherwise, R.J. Hampton, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 points, 6 rebounds for Kevon Harris in the fourth quarter, 6 points for Mo Wagner, including the final kill shot when the Mavericks were trying to get back into it with just over a minute to play. 7 points for Chuma Okeke in 21 and a half minutes. 5 points for Wendell Carter Jr., 8 rebounds and 5 assists after his 20-10 game last night in San Antonio. 5 points for Caleb Houston with 2 rebounds. 2 points for Aleem Ford, 3 points for Xavier Simpson, 1 for Devin Kennedy, and those were the players all available to Jamal Mosley tonight. The Mavericks shot 43%, 35 of 81, 17 of 47 from 3, 36%, 18 of 22 from the line, 82%, and of their 35 rebounds tonight, they only had 3 offensive rebounds for 6 second chance points, 25 assists on their 35 made baskets, 4